Am I the a-hole for being brutally honest? Too honest? In therapy because I would trade my dad's wife and other kids to have my mom back if I could? This is a throwaway account. Names are fake. My dad and his wife, Lucy, decided we should get some family therapy again because they weren't happy with how distant I am from the family. Dad met Lucy when I was 9, married her when I was 10, and they have 3 kids together. My mom died when I was 7, so I live with them full-time. I follow the rules and show respect by not ignoring Lucy and helping her if she asks, but I'm really distant with her and the kids. I don't try to get close to them and I don't accept her help with stuff. I never call them my family either. They're Dad's family. Lucy is my dad's wife, but that's all they are. We did therapy once before when my dad decided to propose to her because he wanted us to all get along and have a smooth transition. I was distant then too, but I didn't explain my feelings. I said what I could to get therapy over faster. I promised to be respectful, not ignore anyone, and told them I didn't hate Dad for moving on. When we started therapy again, my dad and Lucy said I treat them like a second-best family. Lucy said she never expected to feel like my mom, but she thought we'd all be happy and love each other. She said she'd have my back anytime, but she doesn't feel I would have her back or my half-siblings' backs. Dad worries that if anything happens to him, I'd stop speaking to Lucy and the kids. He said he hates the thought of leaving me without an immediate family and making the kids lose 2 people at once. Lucy said she's afraid to lose me too if something happened to Dad. She feels I tolerate her but don't care about her as a person or a family member. They said it's easy to see a difference in my relationship with Dad versus Lucy and the kids. Lucy said I deny myself a mom figure and instead choose my Aunt Beth as the female role. She said it's not like I couldn't have both, but it hurts when I go to Beth for things I'd otherwise go to the closest female relative for. I was asked to explain how I feel. For 2 or 3 weeks I said I didn't want to share and didn't feel comfortable saying everything out loud. Dad and Lucy pushed me to speak. Dad said we couldn't get anywhere if I didn't, and Lucy said we couldn't help our relationship if I wasn't honest. They insisted I needed to be honest and open in therapy or it would never help. At our last session, Lucy lost her temper and told me to speak already because they were trying to fix everything, and she needed to know how to stop feeling second best. I snapped and said they're not second best. There's no best in there. I said I didn't choose to have her and the kids. I tolerate it. I accept they make Dad happy and accept him having them in his life, but they are not my family. I would trade them in a second for Mom if I could. I said I know that isn't possible, but I didn't see anyone as second best to Mom because there's no competition. The therapist spent 10 minutes making sure I knew there was no trading people, and I showed her that I understood, that I don't actually think you can bring the dead back or anything. My dad and Lucy were quiet on the way home. Lucy got the kids out of the house while Dad and I were alone. He asked where these feelings came from. I said I always had them. He asked if I knew that people go on to love stepfamilies after losing a parent, and orphans find new families after losing both. I said I knew, and I didn't think that was wrong either. But it's not for me. 2 days after that session, Lucy told me I had made therapy an unsafe place for her, didn't go with them in good faith, and didn't need to be so brutal. I didn't even want to go to therapy in the first place. It was her and Dad's idea. Am I the a-hole?